welcome to Georgie's Gundogs at Trails for Tails Dog Training. I hope you enjoyed the clip of what I've been working on with my little pup, some of the snippets. This is one of the videos that I promised you that I've not already put up of demoing of something like I have done with the recall, I've done with connection, I've done with place boards, stuff like that. So in this video what you're going to learn about is when I first teach a bit of impulse control with using a food bowl. I like to do it with all my pups. That's, like I said, it's my personal preference, but I feel like it really helps with other areas for me. This is not about being powered over the dog and all that. This is about teaching them self-control around things they want, okay, in an early start, so that when things like that, they'll have a better response to things that they might be more impulsive in if they learn to that everything they get is just and go. Okay, so for me, learning to wait for their food, learning to wait and then I release them onto food is a big one for me. I also, like I said, it's very important. I do need control over this dog, especially in a shooting field at the end of the day, and I want them to sort of look back at me to say, can I go for it, can I not, sort of thing. And I'm ingraining that in their brain, right? I'm ingraining that habit of, oh, I'll think before I do, sort of thing. I'll think before I do, and I'll check with mum sort of first. And that's why I love teaching it with the food bowl. And again, I've got a multi-dog household, so I do use my multi-dog times as a training skill anyway, later down the line when he's more mature, and he can cope with the others eating, as a way that he can learn to wait for why another dog is going for something. But that's way down the line. I'm not asking at the moment. At the moment, he eats separately because also we're training separately at meal times, like I said, because I love mealtime training with him, and it's my bonding time with him. Half the food I'm doing some exercise like you've seen in the clips. The other half of the food bowl, or a quarter of it, he does a little sit, wait for it, and then I release him onto it. So in this video clip, in the clip that is going to follow, you're going to see how I teach it. Now, I absolutely have a pet peeve for wait, and they're fighting the puppy and they're pushing it back and they're doing all that. That is not how I train it. I break it right down for that puppy. Don't forget, right, puppies have attention span of a gnat, and too much applied, they will disengage anyway. Too much pressure applied, they're going to disengage. I want this to be fun. It took me a good week to officially get the bowl on the floor, because he is quite an impulsive little puppy. I love that about him. He's confident. But it took me a good week to solidly put that food down, stand back up quite straight, and be able to leave it where it is and move away from it without being slightly in between it before he would go onto it, because he found that challenging. So I had to break it down. So on the first session, for example, we only got, let's say, halfway down. Then I released him onto it and put it onto the floor, because I didn't want to push him. If he was an impulsive puppy, I wanted to gradually build that he could do it. I was giving him that confidence, I can do this, and she's not taking it away from him. That's what I was teaching him. I'm not taking it away from him. I'm not letting you have it. I just want you to manage yourself slightly, then you will get it. So what I do is I have the food there in the food bowl. You will see I show the food bowl. If the dog sits back and doesn't jump at it, I mark it and I pay from the food bowl. Okay, so they know it's coming from that food bowl. Yeah. Then I might move a little bit lower, mark them if they haven't jumped or they're sat, pay. And again, lower and lower until I think they are ready. Now, like I said, with my pup, it took me a good week to get to on the floor. So do not expect in your first session for your puppy to do it straight away. Now, there'll be some. I remember Sid when he was a puppy, he did it straight off the bat. He was just one of them puppies, pretty chill puppy, like, yeah, I can do that. This one's like, whoa, let me at it. Okay, and I love that. But I had to be aware of that and not break him like, no, you're going to get to the floor and be obsessed about it. It's like, no, all right, I can see half is just enough for you. Right, get it. So I let him halfway. As soon as he stopped halfway, I said, get it, and then put it on the floor. But he was still learning that cue of get it, right? Hearing that, learning that. Then I got lower the next day, pain. Then I got lower the third day. Then I got to the floor on the fourth day. Now on the floor, I paid from the floor into him, let him get it. Okay. Then the fifth day, I could sort of remove my hand from it without him jumping, and then I went but I was still in between it, and I went, get it. Again, I was breaking every step of the way down to him. Now I can leave it down and walk off away from it and then release him onto it, okay? But I broke all these stages down. I even taught him me going up and down, you know. I actually, I even put the food bowl in front of him and paid him on the board, because I do a lot on the board still with him, because he loves it on the board, but I can do it off the board. But even when he was in the sit, I'd pay from the bowl towards him, just to keep him in that position to say, yep, you're getting it right, you're getting it right. Then after a couple of times I go, get it. So then he learned, and now he trusts me, and he can manage himself with that food going down, and he can get it. Okay, and he's learning all that with me. We have done that on a nice little journey now, where we can do some stuff around it, and I can use it for other things with him. But the fact he sits there really calmly, he thinks about it, he's like, I've got this, I'm just waiting for you. And he even stares at me now full on, like, I'm waiting for you to release me, instead of him going, oh, I'm going to get it. Because he did a few times, like, oh, I can't cope. And that's where I knew I had to really take that each step so importantly with him. Every bit, giving him feedback all the way, like I say, in everything. And because I gave him that feedback and that lovely breakdown for him, Jimmy could cope with it. Now, like I said, Jimmy has got to where he is. For my patience and being clear with my instructions of what I wanted. And this without wrestling him and going, wait a million bloody times. Because if you've taught it right, now I can just put the ball and not even say wait, because he just knows the exercise. But I like to use put on, and he sit stay anyway. I can just say sit, and he's learning a sit stay anyway, so he's starting to pair the pair as well, so I can just release him. But you can put your cue on when it's strong. You can then say, right, as the bowl comes out, stay. And I wouldn't say personally stay, because it's more of a wait. I'd say wait, right, now you can get it. So you can put that on there, and then you can, because the thing with the beauty is when you teach them this, you can start transferring it to other areas, going through gates, going through car, you know, coming out the car. That's what's helped a lot with my car work, that patience of sitting back, you know, a lot of things before he does things, he's starting to offer, pausing himself. You could see he's thinking about it. Will transfer everywhere. It'll transfer into your stop whistle. It will transfer onto everything, okay? So this is how I teach basically wait for your food. I hope you enjoy the clip, and if you have any questions, please get in touch. Thank you. Enjoy the clip. See you later. Bye. Okay, so in this video you are going to learn how to teach your puppies or young dogs, or any dog if you like who haven't learned this, how they can do a sit stay, or not a sit stay, a wait before their food. All right, so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to break it right down to Jimmy. I spoke to you in the clip of how I break it down and how it's important with each dog, and it's took me about a week in his first week to get him to the point where I could put it on the food and him not jump on it. In this early stages, I would break it right down. So you're going to see how I break it down. Obviously, I will probably get to the floor in this video of Jimmy, as he has been learning this over the past few weeks. But like I said in the clip, if you only get halfway or even a quarter of way, don't push it. Read the dog. He is very impulsive. Where Sid got it day dot, he was like, yeah, I'm chill, I'll stay on the board. Where him, he's like, whoa, let me at it. So two different characters. Like I said, not one weight suits all. You have to read the dog in front of you. So I have my food in the bowl. Imagine this is dinner time. We're doing a bit of feeding. I've done some training previously with the other half of the bowl. I've got half left for him. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to work on this waiting and control around food and not going on to it until I release him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to present the food first. Wait for him to look at me. Yes, well done. Because I want him to look at me before he does in these early stages. So he's looking at me like, can I? And he's learning that a lot of the time later down the line, that he will check with me before he does things. Yes, good boy. And I'm marking that look back and that not jumping on it. Yes, good boy. And as you can see all the way, I'm lowering it down. Yes, good boy. Now, if that puppy was a bit jumpy, I would only go halfway and say, that's enough, I'm not pushing it. But you're going to see me get to the floor with him, and I'm breaking it down every step of the way. As I get lower, I'm giving him feedback where you are, using the place board, because I build value in that with Jimmy, so that he goes, I can cope with this, I get what you're asking me, you're giving me the feedback, so I understand what you're teaching me. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Now you'll see I've not stuck it right over his head. I am in between it, okay? I'm keeping it so that I can easily remove it, because if they do come forwards to it, you can just lift it up, okay? Remove it from them. So when they sit back down, you can go, well done, start the game again. Yes, good boy, Jimmy. Oh, freebie on the floor. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. So I wouldn't even rush him there, you know, unless I was it took me a while. So because it took me a while, there was like day 3 or 4 and we got to that, I let him have it. But obviously he's at the stage I can progress him. But then I might go, if he's done well with that, on, yeah, good lad. Oh, get your freebies. Yeah, and I'm paying from the bowl in the position he's in. Yes, good lad. And then what I might want to do is as I move up, yeah, good lad, go back to the bowl and pay him still in the position. Okay, but then to finish it, all I would do is go, get it, good lads. Good boy, Jimmy. Yay. And that is how I would start it. Like I said, there's different stages depending on the dog, your puppy you're working with. It doesn't have to be this half-finished article like in this video. Now you could get halfway, you might get a quarter way. Good boy, Jimmy. You know, it was all that. And then when it gets on the floor, feed it from the floor. Might even just get it to the floor, let him have it. Then the next day, prolong it a little bit, get a couple of feeds out. The next day, stand up. You even see us teaching him when I'm stood up. Doesn't mean you go, you know, and then later down the line, I'll have a bowl of food out, we're dancing around, it'll be all sorts of self-control. Something they want there, but other things are going on. But they're waiting for me. Doesn't matter what's going on, I'm waiting for you to release me, okay? To the point where I can, if I really wanted to, is leave, like for example, Sid, I could probably leave the room and he wouldn't. But I don't particularly enjoy doing things like that. That's just to prove a point. I don't need to do that though, okay? Because at the end of the day, they want that food. I'm not going to be mean about it. But if I needed to, I know, because I have to, what I have done by accident is because I got multi, I think I was tired one day and I had forget to release it. Bless Sid, when I walked off somebody, he was still sat there, good lad. I felt really bad for that. But it's about, because they're waiting for us, okay? They're learning to like, right, before I do things, if there's something I want, I'm going to check with you first, like look back at me. Again, it's even bonding, it's connection, it's that time with that food time. And they're learning to impulse and consult. They're learning that restraint, okay? So that is how I teach. Wait for your food. Thank you. Good boy. Well